Good evening. This is an emergency message from a Naribi County Public Safety Commission in cooperation with local school districts. This broadcast is being disseminated across all active public channels. Please listen carefully for your safety and the safety of your loved ones. We are issuing an advisory regarding an unusual pattern of domestic disturbances reported within the last 48 hours. These incidents predominantly involve individuals reporting a strong, often overwhelming sensation of a family member, specifically a sibling, being present in distinct locations within the home simultaneously. In all cases, the primary report indicates that the sibling was observed in an upper floor of the residence while also being seen entering the lower floor. We understand this sounds illogical, but please continue to monitor this broadcast. Initial reports described a momentary confusion, a brief double take. Witnesses state seeing their sister, for example, walking into the living room, only to recall just having heard her movements upstairs. This has progressed into more unsettling accounts. We have received calls describing the visual of a sister entering the home, closing the front door, and moments later, or even concurrently, hearing distinct, heavy footsteps directly above them in rooms that should be empty. The discrepancies have become more pronounced. Witnesses are now reporting that the sister who enters the house from outside, she doesn't quite look right, not drastically, not at first. Perhaps a slight misalignment in her stride, a stiffness in her neck that wasn't there before, a subtle delay in her blink, or a gaze that holds just a fraction too long, as if assessing rather than acknowledging. The sister upstairs, however, continues her regular, familiar movements. A laugh, a hum, the sound of her phone vibrating against a knit stand. This afternoon, the reports escalated. Witnesses describe the sister who has entered the house as behaving erratically. She might stand in a doorway for extended periods, simply watching. Her speech patterns have been noted as slightly altered. Words are pronounced with an unnatural emphasis, or phrases are repeated with no apparent reason. Her smile, when it appears, is described as wide and unwavering, often failing to reach her eyes. All the while, the sounds from upstairs persist, the gentle creak of the floorboards, the soft melody she always hums. One report detailed the sister downstairs preparing a meal, humming the same tune as the one heard distinctly from the second floor. As of 17 o'clock local time, we are advising all residents to verify the singular presence of any immediate family members within their household. Do not engage with any individual who displays the aforementioned discrepancies. Do not respond to their questions. Do not acknowledge their presence. Simply proceed to the nearest secure room and contact emergency services. We have received multiple distressed calls where attempts to question the sister downstairs resulted in a sudden cessation of all sound from the upper floor. One witness reported that the figure downstairs, upon being asked, "Didn't you just come inside?" merely tilted its head and smiled wider, a thin, glistening line appearing at the corner of its mouth as if the skin was stretching too far. The most recent incident, less than 20 minutes ago, described the sister who had entered the house standing perfectly still in the living room, her head slowly craning upwards, following the unseen movements of something on the ceiling. The sounds from upstairs, the familiar, comforting sounds, had ceased. The witness then observed the figure downstairs begin to mimic the last sound heard from above, a soft, almost whispered sigh, but the sound emerged from its throat as a guttural, wet rasp. We cannot stress this enough. Do not engage. Do not make eye contact. Do not let it know you've noticed. We are implementing a full district-wide lockdown. All doors and windows must be secured. Do not look out your windows. Do not open your doors for anyone. If you hear a familiar voice calling your name from outside or from within your house when you know you are alone, do not respond. The latest reports indicate that the sounds originating from the upstairs locations have begun to change. They are no longer familiar. They are deeper, more deliberate. And they are no longer just footsteps. We are receiving reports of a slow, rhythmic scraping, like something heavy being dragged across the floor directly above you. There has been a breach, multiple breaches. The scraping, it's coming from inside the walls now. It's inside, it's not just upstairs anymore. If your sister, if she just walked in, do not look at her. Do not breathe too loud. They say it can hear your heart, the one that's already up there. It's trying to get to the real one. It wants to be her. If you hear her voice from upstairs, soft and sweet, but you see the other one downstairs, just staring. We don't know what to do. The scratching, it's getting closer. The eye on the seal, it's crying tears of blood. It's here, it's already here, the one that just walked in. She's smiling, and the upstairs. It's not making a sound anymore, just silence, deafening.